The NFL draft is hours away. What is to be one of the most anticipated, and possibly one of the most unpredictable drafts of all time is, just a couple of hours away. And I'm once again here to try to predict the madness that is the NFL draft. So let's get my 2018 NFL mock draft underway. The Cleveland Browns, who else, have the number one overall pick in the draft. A lot they can do here. They can trade up. They can trade away their pick. They can wait. They can take a quarterback. They can take the running back. They can take the offensive lineman. Who knows what they're going to do? I have them taking the number one player on the board, and I think the number one player on the board is Saquon Barkley. He has great instincts, great ball carrier vision, can cut, move around. I like him a lot. Um, I think he'll be a great fit for the Browns. Build an offense before you bring in a quarterback. Build an offense around before you bring in that quarterback. You're going to have Tyrod Taylor be your placeholder, take some pressure off him, have Saquon Barkley. You're also going to have Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson, a three-headed monster running back. Saquon Barkley is a great fit here for the Browns. You've missed on a quarterback so many times. Let other teams make the mistake of drafting the bust. Unlike you Cleveland, don't draft another bust. At number two, you have the New York Giants. There's also talk of them trading away their pick. I think that, or there's talks about them taking a quarterback. I think that they're going to go with an offensive lineman. You got to build an offensive line. You got to build um, a team before you do bring in your next guy to replace Eli. I think you take Quentin Nelson, especially considering how bad the Giants' offensive line was this year. They have to take Quentin Nelson here. I think it's a no-brainer. They're talking about him being a possible Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer, unbustable. I think he's a perfect guy here for the Giants. At number three, the New York Jets. They need a quarterback, and they're reportedly very high on Baker Mayfield. He is available, but other guys are available. Sam Darnold, I think, is a good fit here for the Jets. Uh, I'm not a big fan of Sam Darnold myself. I think that against maybe harder competition, he does. I don't want to say struggle, but he's not all that good. That's just me personally, but most teams have him as their number one quarterback. Um, I think that he is going to be a good fit here for the Jets. Number four, Cleveland has a pick once again. Um, who do they take? I think they take the. I think they take their quarterback here. They're going to take Josh Allen. They're reportedly very high on Josh Allen. They like his arm. I think that you take Josh Allen here out of Wyoming. It makes a lot of sense. Let other teams take the quarterbacks. Let other teams make decisions for you before you make your decision. You can also trade this pick away and wait to see what happens. I think they take Josh Allen here. I like Josh Allen just a little bit more than I like Sam Darnold, and I like him going to the Browns more than I like him going to the Jets or any other team. At number five, you have the Broncos. Broncos need some help to replace Aqib Talib. They're going corner. They're going to go with Denzel Ward. I am currently watching some Denzel Ward film, and I'm seeing things I like. He has good instinct. Not to bite on what his opposition's giving him. Nice head turn, stuff like that. I've been noticing that. Or actually, other guys I've been noticing. But anyway, the Colts. No, the Broncos still. Broncos are taking Denzel Ward. I think it's a good fit for them. They need some. They replace the Rakeem Talib, Denzel Ward here. The Colts, once again, I'm watching film as we speak. And I've watched this guy's film, and they did not want to block him. Bradley Chubb. I think the Colts is a no-brainer. You take Bradley Chubb here. I watched film. Guys did not want to block or had just straight up trouble trying to block Bradley Chubb. He's a great fit. They need a pass rusher. Colts and Bradley Chubb makes a lot of sense. 7, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need some secondary help. Let's get the Mika Fitzpatrick, probably the most versatile cornerback. He can also play free safety. He's very versatile. Good fit here for the Buccaneers. Give them Mika Fitzpatrick. At 8, you have the Chicago Bears. Get them some defense. They're trying to rebuild that defense. Monsters at the Midway. They're trying to redo that. I have them taking Tremaine Edmonds. I like Tremaine Edmonds a lot. He is one of my top linebackers, in my opinion. I like him alongside Roquan Smith a lot. I think the Bears will take Edmonds here. I think it's a good fit. At number 9, my San Francisco 49ers are on the clock. The Reuben Foster situation has cleared up. Things are starting to look better. I still think they'll take a linebacker here. They're taking Roquan Smith. He is a smart player, great closing speed. I like Roquan Smith a lot. I'm very high on him. He is my guy. He is the guy I want the 49ers to take. At number 10, the Oakland Raiders. They need some help with their linebackers. They need some help in their secondary. They'll take a guy who's positioned to go here in the top 10, Derwin James. I think is a good fit for them. They need some help in the secondary, Derwin James. At number 10, the Buffalo Bills. They need a quarterback. They have A.J. McCarron. They signed him, but who knows what he will be. I think you take your quarterback here. They're reportedly going to trade up. Will they? I don't know. I don't have them trading up here. But if they don't, I have them taking Baker Mayfield. Great quarterback. I know he's small or whatever. They're going to knock him for that. But listen, there's guys like Russell Wilson and Drew Brees succeeding, and they're not the tallest guys. And actually, taller guys like, I don't know, Brock Osweiler don't always succeed. But hey, that is what it is. Anyway, Bills will take Baker Mayfield. 13, the Washington Redskins. Defense would be a perfect fit for them to draft. I have them taking Daron Payne. Great defensive tackle. I have them taking Daron Payne here with the number 13 pick. The Packers, they are next. They have the number 14 pick. They need some help replacing Jordy Nelson. They need some receiver help. They need to give Aaron Rodgers some help. Maybe they'll finally win, I don't know, more than one playoff game in the playoffs. I don't know. Maybe they'll finally make it to the Super Bowl if they draft somebody. The Packers, I have them taking the number 1 wide receiver in a very weak wide receiver draft class. I have them taking Calvin Ridley. I like what I've seen from Calvin Ridley. I think he's a good fit for the Packers. They're trying to replace Jordy Nelson or just get Aaron Rodgers some help in general. They'll take Calvin Ridley. At 15, the Arizona Cardinals. They need a quarterback. They'll taking probably this draft's Lamar Jackson. This year's not Lamar Jackson. They'll take Lamar Jackson, but they're taking this year's Deshaun Watson. They are taking Lamar Jackson. Great arm, great speed. Good fit here for the Cardinals. The Ravens. They're taking a linebacker. They're taking Leighton Van Etch. A linebacker with a great name. I like linebackers with great names. That's just something that I think is awesome when linebackers have great names. Leighton Van Etch has a great name. Next, the San Diego Chargers. They're going to shore up that defense. The front, they're taking Taven Brown. Their defense, for the most part, looks great. They're going to add Taven Brown, add more to that. Next, you have the Seattle Seahawks. I have them taking. They also need to rebuild their defense, but they really need to rebuild considering everybody they got rid of. I have them taking Vita Vea out of Washington. Good fit for that defensive line. Try to rebuild that defense after you got rid of all those other guys. Next, the Dallas Cowboys. They need some help with some pass rushers. They need to rebuild that defense. Well, that defense is not that good. They need to add to that defense. They had some guys come out and play decent. You add another guy. You had Harold Landry. They went Taco Charlton last year, but we all know that they're not afraid to double up on players from the same, position. Look what they did with that offensive line. They took an offensive lineman almost every year, and it helped out. They had one of the best offensive lines. They could be doing that same thing here with their defense. Next, we have the Lions. Once again, they have a new defensive-minded head coach, in Matt Patricia. They're going to go with Maurice Hurst. Good fit. You have a defensive-minded head coach. He's going to want to probably go defense. In his first draft, they'll take Maurice Hurst. Next, the Bengals, they're taking Marcus Davenport out of UTSA. When I hear UTSA, I'm thinking of Mr. Hurricanes dynasty in NCAA. That was a great series to watch. Anyway, Marcus Davenport here to the Bengals. The Bills, you just got your quarterback. Hit him some help on the offensive line. I have them taking Orlando Brown. Good lineman to take here and protect your quarterback. Next, the New England Patriots. They need some help defensively. I have them taking Rashaan Evans. They gave up a lot of yardage to the New England Patriots. They're going to need to try to rebuild that defense. Have them taking Rashaan Evans. The Panthers. They need some help corners. They have not been able to replace um, Nor- Josh Norman. I have them taking a quarterback. They are taking Josh Jackson. Next, the Titans. I have them taking Rasheem Green. Here, I think it's a good fit for them. Next, the Falcons. I have them going defense. I have them taking Sam Hubbard. The Saints. They need to give Drew Brees some help, get him some receivers. I have them taking Christian Kirk out of Texas A&M. They lost Willie Snead. They need to bring in some receivers. Christian Kirk. The Pittsburgh Steelers. They need some help on that defense. Get them a safety. I have them taking Justin Reed out of Stanford. Next, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars. You need to protect Blake Bortles. I have them taking Mike McGlinchey, projected to be one of the better offensive linemen in this draft class. I'm taking here to protect Blake Bortles. Next, Minnesota Vikings. They need to protect Kirk Cousins. Let's get them Will Hernandez to add some protection. Next, the New England Patriots. They also need to protect Tom Brady. There's 3 straight offensive linemen. Here we go. The Patriots will take Isaiah Wynn here with the 31st overall pick. It's been a while since the Patriots had the 31st overall pick and not the 32nd. And with the 32nd overall pick in the first round, the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, what are they going to do? They lose LeGarrette Blount. They need another running back. And with probably the second best running back in this year's draft class, Darius Geis. I watched film on it earlier, and he was just, I was lost for words. He had power, he has speed, he is a great running back, and you can make the case that he's better than Saquon Barkley. I mean, if you have a legitimate argument, I don't know. You have a legitimate argument, in my opinion. You saw Darius Geis get out when he was in trouble. He got out of trouble. Saquon Barkley, he had a good offensive line, and he had a lot of wide open holes. Darius Geis, he fought through that stuff. Anyway, that's this year's mock draft. I hope I get most of these picks right. I hope I get the Roquan Smith one right. If anything, that's the only one I really care about. But I think it's going to be a great draft as always. Always unpredictable. Always great. I am so excited for this year's NFL draft. Let's see what happens. I hope Cleveland does the right thing for once, but it's Cleveland, so they're probably not going to do the right thing. They're probably going to do the thing that everybody's like, what are you doing? But it's Cleveland. That's it for this year's 2018 NFL mock draft. I'm super excited for this year's NFL draft.